Okay, and we're recording.
Okay, everybody. There's a good image for you. Picture yourself right there. Can you feel the breeze blowing through your hair? How nice would that be, right? Well, we're ready to get started, so let's take it away. We'll get to the next slide. And I just want to say hi to everybody. This is Patty Cash from Magic Cruises and Tours. And it's happy hour in the land of magic. So we hope you're relaxing and enjoying sitting back and learning a little bit about Region 7 Seas. We totally appreciate you joining us. We miss seeing you all in person so much. But we're happy to be here to share with you virtually our ideas and our thoughts, and we welcome yours as well. So today our topic is going to be about unrivaled space at sea. And you're going to find out a little bit more about what this means. So stick around with us today. We're talking about maximum elbow room. We all like a little elbow room, especially nowadays, right? Well, Regent has been doing this for many, many years. And I can't think of a better cruise line to talk to about this topic of unrivaled space at sea. So let's take it away and see what we've got here. But first, I'd like to just again introduce our great staff at Magic. If you haven't been familiar with working with us over the years, we've got a great team of collectively referred to the Magic Ladies. These gals are true professionals, travel counselors with lots and lots of experience. They've been with us for many years and they know the ins and outs of this business. And we're here to help make sure that your vacation is truly as seamless. So there's our staff right there. We have with us tonight also Marcia Forsey from our group department. Say hi, Marcia.
Hi, everybody. Good to be with you today. Hi. Just also, I wanted to say just some maintenance. If anyone wants to, oh, good. Someone already just posted on the chat. If you want to say hi in the chat, that's great. If you have questions, you can put those in the chat box. You just need to put your mouse toward the bottom of the screen and the menu will pop up down in the middle. So you can use the chat box to communicate to us and let us know what questions you have. And hopefully we'll be able to get to those along the way.
Okay, perfect. All right, let's take a look at our office. Is located right in the heart of downtown Worthington. And it's crazy to me sometimes to think we've been here for 33 years. We're like a fixture in downtown Worthington, and we've got great neighbors. We welcome you down to check us all out when you have some free time. And we want you to think of us as your vacation people. We're your peeps, we're your people. So a lot of you have thought of us over the years as cruise folks, and that's very true. We do specialize in a lot of different cruise lines, but we also work with a whole variety of different travel vendors because there's a lot of different choices out there. And one of the things that we also like to do is continually update our clients on some of the great opportunities that are out there and available to you might not be aware of. So today we're happy to be here presenting Region 7 Seas. And aren't we all ready to go on a vacation? So let's take a look through to see what Regent is all about. We've got a great guest speaker with us today, Jody Murphy, who's our director in the Central Region. We've worked with Jody for a long time on a variety of different things. And we're here today to talk about the unrivaled space, but you're going to learn a lot about Regent along the way as well. So Jody, let's take it away. You tell us what you know.
Okay, well, thanks, Marcia. Thank you, Pat, so much. And again, and like you said with me, you guys are such amazing partners. You are the experts out there, and I'm thankful to be working with you, ladies. So tonight is going to be fun. We've got a little bit of a different presentation, and we are going to, as Patty said, learn about the unrivaled space at sea. I have been with Regent for the past 21 years this year, and I love Regent, and I'm so excited to be able to share Regent with you. We are an award-winning cruise line, and even in 2020, when all of this was going on, there are still awards that were won with Regent, and you can see those here on the screen. We are part of a company, Norwegian Cruise Line Holdings, so we are we are a family with Norwegian Cruise Line, with Oceania Cruises, and then Regent Seven Seas Cruises. So we are a financially sound company. You don't have to worry about booking something with us. We are going to stick around forever. So let's take a look at what Unrivaled Space at Sea means and our unrivaled experience and what that is all about. But first off, we actually wanted to do a quick poll. And let's see, this is our first time doing this. So see how many of you in the audience have sailed with Regent before. So let's see, I'm going to, let's hope that this works.
Okay, let's try it.
Did it do both of them or one of them?
It did both.
Well, it did both, and that's okay. How many of you in the audience have sailed with Regent before? I know,
and you might as well answer
out there.
One. And how many would like to cruise on Regent before the presentation even begins? Good. Well, I don't know. I think that by now everyone has probably answered. So looks like 4 have sailed on Regent,
okay,
9 have not, and everyone is interested. Okay.
Great.
Amazing. So let's see, sharing. So you can see those results now, I'm sure.
And look at that. Everybody wants to go. We all want to go.
Anyway.
You know what, we do it, and I'll talk a little bit later about some really amazing things that it's you know, it truly shows that you all are ready to get out of your house, because now I've been at home for almost a year now in my home office with also children doing virtual online school. So I'm dying to get out of here. So, but the elephant in the room and what, you know, everybody, you know, wants to know and what's going on is with our health and safety. And when are we going to return to cruising? Well, there are many questions that cannot be answered at this time, but safety measures on board, we know that they're a critical part of the story. We know that each of you expect that all standards will be met, and know that Regent and our entire company, for that matter, we strive to exceed them in everything that we do. So rest assured, when we sail, we will be ready. And we are working on creating a bubble, just like you have a bubble at home of certain people that you see all the time, you know that it's safe. There's going to be a bubble on board, and you are going to feel safe traveling with Regent Seven Seas Cruises. So if you've been following along, we have had a healthy sail panel that we created and partnered with since the about middle of 2020, and they've been studying COVID for forever, it seems. And they submitted a 74 health and safety recommendations to the CDC, which we're still waiting on finding out what's approved and, you know, what's not, and how we'll be able to move forward. When we have all of that information, we will let you know. We are suspended right now through the end of April. And, you know, I think we're anxiously waiting to hear about May, but as of now, we are through the end of April. Now, Patty mentioned that RSSE is all-inclusive. So what does that mean? Let's review, because we include everything up front in our pricing. We may seem higher at first glance, but consider everything that we include, and so many people don't even know. So first of all, it's 2-for-1 all-inclusive fares, free business class air on intercontinental flights. So this is standard. No matter the category of cabin that you book, you are going to fly in business class to Europe to jump on your cruise. We offer free unlimited shore excursions, a one-night pre-cruise hotel package and concierge suites and higher. Some cruises, we even offer 2- or 3-night land programs that are included. We offer free unlimited beverages that includes fine wines and premium spirits. So it's not that you have a limit, a dollar amount to get to, and then you have to pay additionally for that drink, you know, what you went over your limit. It's all included. And that also includes the bottled water, the specialty coffees, juices with breakfast. All of that is included. And there's no packages and things to figure out, because you don't have to worry. It's just seamless with us. And then gratuities included, specialty restaurants, no worries there. Transfers with our airport, with our air. So between airport and ship, take our air package. We will take care of everything from start to finish. And then free unlimited Wi-Fi, and brand new is free valet laundry service this year moving forward. So we're excited about that too.
You know, Jody, I think it's really important to point out for our guests, we need to be thinking about apples to apples when you're looking at your vacation budgets, and really looking at, you know, what do we pay up front, but what do we ultimately pay at the end? And how do we feel about that bill coming for the bar tab at the end, or the extra tips, or, you know, whatever it might be. And I'll tell you what, there is an ease that is part of vacationing on Regent with this all-inclusiveness. It's just a feeling that you get that you don't have to worry about it anymore. It takes the hassle out. It takes the worry out, the concern, the questions, all of those things. It's just a way of being, and it feels really good. Really, really good.
Yeah. And this slide here, and I know that Patty and Marcia, looking at this, I mean, what clients see with us starting out is that price here, and $77.99 per person, which it's a big number, and it's scary. And when you compare that with us to another luxury cruise line, and I know in the far right, you're probably seeing my head there in the corner, but this is a premium cruise line. And that premium cruise line in this example has 2,915 guests compared to the other luxury that's 728 and us at 700. Mm-hmm. So then we start the cruise fare. Well, ours is $77.99 and the premium is at $19.79. I mean, way less. So, you know, book me on the premium cruise line, but then add up everything that you have to have. I mean, why wouldn't you want to fly business class air to Europe and have that be the start of your trip? And transfers and shore excursions, Wi-Fi gratuities, everything that you are going to do on your cruise with us, when you get off the cruise, it's the same price as it was when you got on. And with the others, your get on the cruise price and the get off the cruise price is completely different. And here in this example, you are not far off paying us our luxury cruise price, and you're on a ship with 3,000 people when you could have sailed with us all along and had that luxury experience. So that's where we've got to look, again, the apples to apples from start to finish.
And we can help our guests with that, Jody. We're set up to help you interpret these values.
Yes, and we have documents that they can share with you and all of that. So our ships, they cover the globe. There are sailings in length from 7 days on up to world cruises that are 143 nights. And our world cruise for 2023 just opened this past October, and it literally sold out in one day. Wow. It shows that you are ready to get out there. And a world cruise, a 143 night cruise, literally sold out in one day. So it says so much. And then we opened up our itineraries, our new launch from April of 2022 through May of 2023. We had the best booking day with this launch in our company's 28-year history. And it was improved, or the best booking day, by 40%.
Wow.
So you all are ready to travel and get out there. And these ladies, I mean, they have the brochures, they've got all the information, so many resources. It is the best time to book now, and especially for 2022, because we are finding that if you're waiting, it's going to be a lot harder to get what you want, because you might have to work around a job or weddings, babies being born. I mean, you want that trip to be when you want it to be. And cruises are selling out already.
Yeah, good point. You know, we could probably do a presentation on each one of these destinations in itself, right? And we're not going to talk about all these different wonderful spots all over the globe, but I highlighted Alaska because it is one of our favorite places to go. And we have some other info to share with you from some of our guests. So we'll get to that later in the presentation.
All right, now our fleet. We have a fleet of 5 beautiful ships, and they cater from a minimum of 490 guests up until 750 guests. So obviously our ships are small, they're intimate, no lines, all of the amenities. And we had a full refurbishment on all of our ships that were due for refurbishment because they needed to match the level of luxury that in 2016, when our Explorer came out, was that the most luxurious ship ever built. And then when Splendor came out this past year in 2020, she is luxury perfected. And unfortunately, no one's really gotten to sail on her, but all of our ships are luxurious. And truly, this with the space to guest ratio and the size of our ships is something that sets us apart from many other cruise lines.
Yeah.
Now, I love this picture because this does it right here. This little tiny ship, it's honestly not so tiny at all, but it's our Seven Seas Voyager. And that's a 700 passenger ship with a 1 to 1.4 crew to guest ratio. So look at this. If you're looking for less crowds, no lines, ease of vacation, I think it's time to check us out.
I mean, really, it's from the very get-go, too, when you think about it, you know, getting on board, embarking is an entirely different experience when you do it with, you know, 700 other people versus 3,000 people or 5,000 people. You know, it starts from the very beginning. Yeah.
Yeah. So, you know, we're not talking about anybody behind their backs, and, you know, we all know what is out there, but other cruise lines, with all of those passengers, the capacity that they have. So in this example, you'll see the capacity between Seven Seas Splendor and another premium cruise line. So we have 750 guests compared to 3,046 people on board. And look at this, you know, if you're a visual person, this little diagram here, look at this with the guest capacity, and you can see, like Patty said, how much elbow room you really have on board Regent Seven Seas. Mm-hmm. Now, again, today's topic is space at sea. So I'll show you what we mean while also showing you some beautiful pictures of our ships. And this isn't anything new for Regent, having this ample and lavish space and service on board. It's nothing new. It's not revolutionary. It's really a strong reminder of why personal space, dedicated one-on-one service, balconies, dining are more important than ever. And so many people are now looking at smaller ships with what is going on in the world. Our personal space on board. Our ships provide extravagant freedom for guests to explore and relax to the fullest. And it's what we call luxury of personal space. There are so many opportunities where you could be walking around with no one around. The Mariner and the Voyager both have decks that you can access on the sides of the ship, and you could disconnect and not see other travelers if you don't want to. But then there's always a pool lounger available, and some on the top deck at the top, you know, away from other people. So you don't need to be near others if you choose. And if you want, there are also ample opportunities to meet and mingle with other guests as well. Our lounges, we have observation lounge, libraries, many other lounges on board that are spacious, and there's always room. So you're never going to feel crowded with Regent. Even if we're sailing at full capacity, you never feel crowded with us. And Patty and Marcia sailed on the Mariner, and I know, and they'll talk and they can attest to all of that. It's never a crowd. Now, our coffee connection on the Splendor and the Explorer, there's indoor and outdoor seating. And can't you picture yourself sitting here in the morning, having your cappuccino, relaxing, watching the ocean go by? And then the Mariner has a large seating area outside of the coffee connection inside of the ship. So lots of space again. Now, we believe that we have a sanctuary at sea at Regent. Our, what we call world's most luxurious fleet, we offer spacious, luxurious suites and personal balconies on 98% private balcony. So Only one of our ships offers window staterooms, and that's just 2 categories, but everything is outside, all suites. Now, this is not the smallest or the largest suite on board. This is a Splendor suite. And so you can see that how large this is. And I think that's truly an example of a home away from home. Again, not even being our largest suite. It's got a living room, walk-in closet. There's a mini bar personalized, free movies on demand. Everything that you need to have this comfortable stay with no worries, no inside suites. Our larger suites, larger than this, feature dining tables. Some have 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and it's just an easy way to travel with your friends or your family and to not feel crowded. I love this suite. This is the Seven Seas Mariner. This is the penthouse suite, and it's an excellent example of space. There's a full wraparound sofa back here in the living room area. It's a huge, huge suite. And then the balconies. Let's talk about the balconies. We have some of the largest balconies at sea, and especially on Splendor and Explorer, there are some large enough that you can have a party of 12 on the balconies. Now, personalized service is one of our pillars that, sets us apart from others, and we have the best personalized and professional service. Our outstanding attendants and butlers, they will maintain your suite just the way you like it, ensuring a fresh, warm, and comfortable home is waiting for your return each day. Yet on board, they'll be there to make sure that every detail is taken care of. And then in-suite dining. And so many people don't realize this, but as we talked about the space of our suites and having all of that space, you are able to dine comfortably in your cabin, whether it could be at dinner, and we would serve you course by course using our main dining room menu. And again, this is not new, but maybe you didn't know, but it's an option, and it's luxury, it's personal preference, it's whatever you want it to be. Now, we have highly trained butlers in penthouse suites and above, and they really mean personal service. This butler is dedicated to the guest in his suite. He will help with any arrangements needed while on board, as well as they're very eager to help reception and concierge staff. So you don't have to lift a finger. This is Ronnie, and he has a smile on his face all the time. He is the dedicated butler to a suite that we offer called the Regent Suite. And he just reflects what Regent Seven Seas Cruises is and our staff on board. Now, you have dedicated room stewards, so that means there are not endless different staff entering your cabin over and over. It is just one. And they greet you upon arrival, and they learn your preferences, and it, I think, provides a sense of security. Now, exquisite dining experiences, there are so many. We actually offer up to 7 dining venues on board, depending on which ship that you're sailing. And all of them have ample seating space in these gorgeous dining venues with plenty of tables for 2. In fact, you are actually able to dine outside 3 times a day, should you choose. And there's no additional cost, as I said before, for specialty dining. It's included in everything. Now, beginning with our main dining room, Compass Rose, this is where we are open seating, which means no required dining at set times at large tables with people that you do not know. Actually, people call our main dining room, Compass Rose, their favorite specialty restaurant because we actually offer menu selections from all of the specialty venues that change each evening. So you could eat in Compass Rose every single night of the week and eat something different and try the specialty menu items as well. And then also to mention, we do offer over 200 gourmet plant-based selections on board for breakfast, lunch, and dinner for anyone that is looking for those plant-based menus. And then back to outdoor dining. So La Veranda is our breakfast and lunch venue with outdoor seating. But in the evening, it turns into this romantic Italian eatery called Sette Mari. And with that, you can eat outdoor every single meal. Also, though, something new is that we've started to offer a more casual dining where it's an expansion of the pool grill for dinner, weather permitting, of course. But Casual dining. So people think that Regent is stuffy and dressy and formal, and we are not that at all. There are no formal nights, no jackets required. For men, slacks and a collared shirt, and that is what would be required at night. Now, you know, maybe you don't feel like eating in your cabin, or you don't want to shower and change for dinner. You can now go in your shorts and t-shirt, whatever you wore on your shore excursions that day, and enjoy a casual meal at the pool grill. So plenty of options to take in that ocean air, I suppose. And then specialty venues, of course, these restaurants are beautiful. They're all works of art in just their space. And this here is Pacific Rim, and this is our Pan-Asian venue, and just lovely tables for two. And I mean, if you're in a group, of course, we will accommodate you with however many people are in your party. Now, as far as going into tours with small groups and private opportunities, there are so many opportunities that we have with your destination experiences in a more private setting, if that's what you choose, to allow you to have your unique vacation experience in a safe environment. So a few of these now, free unlimited shore excursions. We offer over 2,000 free unlimited shore excursions on our cruises. That is true. We don't just say that we are including shore excursions and give you 1 or 2 or 4 to choose from for your entire cruise. I would say in each port, there's probably, you know, at least 10 that are included to choose from. So this is just the start of this incredible array of shoreside opportunities. And multiple tours, again, multiple tours. They are not just city tours. They're not just bus tours and walking tours that are free. There's some really great tours. And I had people tell me over and over how shocked they were that these are the tours that we have included, because, I mean, they can't believe it because they're such great tours. Also, something really cool moving forward is we have a Smart Guide app that we've been working on. So you'll be able to use your phone and your headphones, and you'll be able to connect in with the tour guide. So you don't have to stand right up front in a crowd of people in your elbow space to hear what they're talking about. You can just stand back and listen and enjoy your tour. So we're working on this being available on every single tour. So to begin with, it might not be right away on all, but it will definitely be a staple in what we offer. Now, Regent Choice tours are tours that do have a cost to them because they would be a smaller, more intimate tour, like a float plane tour in Alaska, for example, or this amazing experience in Catherine's Palace. This is just open for our guests, none of the crowds. Wouldn't that be amazing to have this whole place to yourself? So with Regent Choice tours, also other opportunities are Go Local tours, so maybe you have been to Rome a few times and you want to do an itinerary that's got a lot of new places that you've never been, but it still goes to Rome. Well, Go Local tours are offered in select ports, Rome being one of them, but you can do these tours and go into the cities, see it through the eyes of the local, and do things that you have never experienced before in these cities because you're with the locals, you know, eating in these small little hole-in-the-wall places where they're recommending, get this. It's really a great experience. And then also we offer these gourmet explorer tours. So 2 of our ships have a culinary arts kitchen. That is the Explorer and the Splendor. With the culinary arts kitchen classes, you can add on some gourmet explorer tours. So you go into the city with a chef and you're finding all of the ingredients that you need to cook this amazing meal later on in the cruise in your culinary arts kitchen class. And the passengers love these. We also offer wellness tours. We offer land programs, of course, and overland programs on select voyages, you know, like a world cruise or those longer voyages, those grand voyages. Now, also, you actually are able to customize unique shoreside experiences with a concierge on board, or we can do it ahead of time through our internal department to set up something just for you, private car and driver. You can do half days, whole days, and you can curate your experience to be whatever you want it to be if you're more comfortable just being, by yourself. So it's another really great opportunity. And then something new that we're offering is this amazing program called Reconnect on Regent. And this is for those small groups, those families that want to stay in their bubble. You just want to stay in your bubble of everyone that you're with. As long as your party is 10 guests, at least 10 guests, we would be able to offer this Reconnect on Regent, where depending on the number of nights the cruise is, we will offer you a certain number of shore excursions with your group. All of you have to agree on your tour, but we would offer those in this Reconnect on Regent program. And I think that it's a really great opportunity to just not worry. You're safe and you're with your people. So as I had said earlier, now is definitely the time to confirm your reservations, because 2022 especially, they're selling out, and these magic ladies are magic. They quite literally know everything that you need with what's been going on with COVID and policies and procedures. They are your ladies, and they can offer you a special bonus. In addition to this Upgrade Horizon, we have Upgrade Your Horizon promotion. It's a 2-category upgrade, and it's still available on most sailings, but we offer you a 50% deposit. So we need to check for availability, but it's ending on February 28th, and it's a great deal.
Yeah, we're going to say it's going to end on February 26th. That's Friday. Saturday and Sunday, our office will be closed, so please call us before February 26th. And this 2-category upgrade, it's about a $500 to $600 more per person savings. So that's really a valuable offer that you guys came out with for this wave season. And in addition, can we tell them the next secret? Extra savings when you book again before February 26th. So starting tomorrow and up through February 26th, you can save an additional $150 per person up to $1,000 per person on any of the Regent sailings that we're looking at. And guys, there are a lot of different details that we're not getting involved in tonight, but there's other savings opportunities that we know about that we can research, and maybe some extra shipboard credit here and there, some extra amenities and so forth on some of the sailings. So, please reach out to us.
Yeah, I'd like to add something to that, just because a lot of times we get questions regarding, what if I'm a single guest? What's the situation with that? And there's some specials for single passenger solo travelers, past guest savings, the ambassador program, which you may have heard about. How do I book my shore excursions? When do I book my shore excursions? We can help with all those things. That's what we're here for, to help you along the way. So when you're ready, we're here to help.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, look, now we're going into our tour. So, we realize that it's one thing to listen to the sales rep talk on behalf of their product, but we want to let you know that we have tried this product ourselves, and I think it's valuable to hear from others that have sampled the programs, especially when that we've sampled, all the programs, all the cruise lines out there. And Marcia and I were fortunate enough to have a week-long experience in Alaska on the Mariner back in August of 19. And it was truly a remarkable journey, left a lot of memories on our minds. There's Marcia.
Yeah, so one of the things, somebody was asking me about shore excursions, and we were talking about how they're not just the run-of-the-mill city tour type of shore excursions. So there I am on one of my included free shore excursions. That's actually a live crab there that they fished out of the water while we were on our tour. So I got up close and personal with that crab, and then I ate it. No, I didn't eat it. We actually had a crab feast though at the Georgia Inlet Lodge when we got back. So that was one of the, a great tour that I was able to do while we were there.
we did some great stuff. I stayed on board that day, and this is just a shot of, this is the pool grill area, guys. Amazing seafood feasts on board, and so many different eateries. I mean, there was just such a variety. It was amazing to us. I mean, it truly did offer everything the big ships offer, but you know, on a smaller scale. And as Jody said, it's not stuffy. I mean, that's one thing I want to point out, because, you know, it's a little bit intimidating. What is this all-inclusive luxury cruising, and do I even fit on board? And, you know, I can tell you it's a different level of experience, but it is country club casual. The staff makes you feel comfortable right up front. And so it's warm and friendly. They knew what we needed before we even knew what we needed. Marcia and I, one of our biggest recommendations to you is to definitely enjoy the room service. I mean, you know, that rat-a-tat-tat-tat on the door at a designated time is the best wake-up call, best alarm clock you're ever going to get. So it's just a really wonderful, wonderful, warm environment on board.
Yeah, so these are some pictures from our trip on some of the tours that we did. There was the Glacier Gardens in Juneau. We did a cooking class, and while we were at Mendenhall, we got to see there were bears, a mama bear and some cubs were there. So it was a whole variety of different things that we got to do and see while we were there.
Yeah. A lot of choice. I mean, we couldn't have done everything that there was to offer, but we did a lot. We did as much as we possibly could. And it was really memorable. And I just want to point out, this is kind of a funny photo. I wish we had a little better description of this, but this was the first time we've experienced their, well, we called it a porch party, I think, but it's come as you are. You know, as at a designated time, like 4 o'clock in the afternoon, you are to bring your wine glasses or champagne glasses from your stateroom, from your suite, come out in the hallway as you are. You'll see people in varying degrees of dress. We've been watching a movie when the clock struck, and we were out in the hallways, and pretty soon the captain and the cruise director, they come running through the hallways, greeting everybody, pouring champagne. And it was just a fun, easy way to, you know, break the ice and get to know your neighbors. And I thought that was a neat touch. That certainly made an impact on us. It was a lot of fun. So we reached out to some of our past guests that have traveled on a Regent before. And I think Mr. Al Hainem might be on the presentation with us this evening. He and his wife, Trish, have sailed with Regent a number of times. Their first cruise was in 2004, and they also went to Alaska. And when I was talking with Al, he recalls and described like waking up on the first day of the cruise and looking out his balcony and seeing the whole area like surrounded with this magical mist. And I mean, just that feeling, I could feel it as he was telling me about it. He knew he had chosen the right thing, you know, that was the right place to be at the right time. And he also mentioned that, well, so since then, Al and Trish have been on a number of Regent cruises, the Caribbean, Transatlantic, Western Med, they've been to the Baltic, Iceland and New Zealand, and they are, you know, looking forward to the future. One thing I did want to add on this is that, you know, in summarizing his statements, it's like they should come with a warning, right? Warning, may be addictive, right, Al? You got that, right? So here's a picture from outside Al's balcony as in Alaska. The next slide is a beautiful view of the glacier, and it looks like you are right up there, so close, so close. And then even getting closer, even further. So I mean, you're really up close and personal on these sailings. The ships can get into areas that, you know, maybe some of the larger ships can't get to. The other thing that Al mentioned, well, two things I just want to point out that I thought were interesting that he mentioned during the conversation was that the Compass dining room, the Compass Rose main dining, it was so great, as Jody said, they didn't really go to the specialty restaurants because they had everything that they loved right there. And so they rarely ventured out to the other restaurants that were available. But he summed up our conversation, and this was not solicited, but by saying that when he compared Regent's all-inclusive price with the other lines, and added up what they got for that price, there was little, if any, difference in the pricing. And if there were, it was worth every penny. So I appreciate that, Al. We thank you for your insight and sharing that with our guests too.
And so here's another couple folks, Karen and Joe Messenberg. Mm-hmm. And they also went on a cruise to Alaska. They went in 2018. And we talked to them, Patty talked to them, and Karen said that the Regent cruise was nothing less than fabulous, and they consider it one of their best vacations ever. Yeah. And they have done a lot of traveling. So that speaks to that. One of her recommendations was make sure you sign up for your shore excursions in advance. That's the way it's all done. You can sign up for your included excursions beforehand, so then you don't even have to worry about it once you're on board. It's all taken care of. They did, for example, in Ketchikan, they went to the Saxman Village, and they did a glacier cruise in Juneau. Those were part of their included excursions. But they did do a Regent's Choice tour. That's the helicopter tour. So they did spend a little bit extra on that, but it was definitely a once-in-a-lifetime helicopter experience for them. They loved, cruising on board, and she said it was just the right amount of people. The staff was so helpful, and the dining was fabulous too. So they really had a wonderful time. Yeah.
And the other thing that they mentioned is that they were so glad that they took the extra time to do an extension to the cruise to go into the interior of Alaska, into Denali National Park, for example. And with Regent, they do offer a variety of different packages that we can include, so you have a chance to ride on the domed rail cars. You might even consider a Canadian Rockies excursion and the Rocky Mountaineer. So there's a lot of different ways we can put it together to meet your own needs and your own desires. So on this Alaska topic, I just want to take a quick segue because this is kind of timely information. You may have heard some scuttle in the news about Alaska season for 2021. Now, we've had a lot of people that were scheduled in 2020 that, of course, had to be postponed with the COVID situation. And now there's some question about 2021, and we want you to just stay tuned with us. I mean, this is kind of information we can share with you regularly, just simply by calling. But the Canadian government has issued a statement closing the borders to cruise ships for the time period that'll incorporate the seasonality of May through September of 21, in fact, into 22. Now, a lot of the cruise lines are looking at all different options and what they might do to be able to continue to offer this wonderful, wonderful destination. We don't know yet, but certainly if Alaska is on your bucket list, I would be looking at making your reservations for 2022. Because guys, all of this pent-up demand is just bubbling over and it's getting booked and things are filling up. But we just don't want you to be disappointed and not be able to get your first choice on your vacations. So please stay tuned with us. Stay tuned and stay in touch. And you can do that by simply giving us a call. We're in the office, we're working safely. We have a lot of space here in the Land of Magic, both upstairs and downstairs. We have, these dividers between our desk areas. We can make safe appointments. We're certainly happy to talk on the phone with you. We could even set up a little Zoom meeting if you'd like to do that. But we are here to help you every step of the way. So please reach out to us and, we're ready for you. I want to thank you, Jody, for being with us today. Thank you guys, everybody, for being with us as well. I wish I could reach right in there and give you a nice big hug. We look forward to seeing you in the future. But now we have one more poll that we're going to do. And it was, now that you've heard all this information about Regent, do you really want to go now? And the answer is yes, of course we all do. We want to go. So again, thank you very much for your attention tonight.
And thank you so much. There was a couple things in the chat, and I know that Let's see.
What somebody was asking
Elliot.
about shore excursions, and yes, they are included in every single port. There's going to be a choice of excursions that you can do, and you can do more if they fit in your time frame. You can do more than one, so you can. Those are all included, unless you want to do a helicopter or something.
Well, also the great thing too, if you want to do the helicopter, you know, I have such a special relationship with these ladies that we help each other out. We do things. So, you know, if you have shipboard credit that, you know, maybe, you know, wherever it came from, you can use that shipboard credit to pre-book and pay for Regent's Choice Shore excursions. So, I mean, you essentially do not have to pay anything more once you get on board. I mean, you might want to do a spa treatment, a massage. Ladies, get your hair and nails done. But, you know, you don't have to.
Yeah, yeah. And, you know, I just want to point out those choice shore excursions, from what I've looked at, they're very competitively priced. They're not steep. So, you know, that's very competitive. I appreciate that very much. So we just want to end, I guess, with stay safe and stay in touch.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.